I never thought I'd be the type of person to write something like this online. But after what happened to me last year, I can't keep it bottled up anymore. Maybe sharing will help someone else avoid what almost became my last mistake. It all started in the most ordinary way, through an app. I'd just gone through a rough breakup, and my friends told me I needed to get back out there. I wasn't really into dating apps, but one night I downloaded one just to distract myself. After a couple of boring conversations, I matched with a girl named Lila. She was gorgeous, long black hair, pale skin, bright green eyes. In her photos she looked playful but mysterious, and her bio was simple, looking for someone real. We started chatting, and immediately it felt different. She was funny, smart, and seemed genuinely interested in me. She asked about my job, my family, my hobbies. She listened. And she made me feel seen in a way that my ex never did. After about 2 weeks of talking every day, she suggested we meet up. I don't like bars, she wrote, too noisy. But I know a quiet place outside the city. We can hang out, talk, and I'll cook something for you. Old-fashioned date. I hesitated. Driving out to some stranger's house wasn't my idea of safe dating. But she was so convincing. She sent me a pin location, a small town about 40 minutes away. Against my better judgment, I said yes. The night of the date, I drove out of the city. The farther I went, the emptier the roads became. Streetlights faded, replaced by tall trees and long stretches of darkness. My GPS guided me down a narrow gravel road until I reached a small, old-looking house with the porch light on. Lila was waiting outside. She looked even better in person, tall, slim, wearing a dark red sweater and jeans. She smiled as I pulled up, and for a moment, I forgot all my doubts. "Jason," she said, her voice soft and almost musical. "Yeah. Lila?" She laughed. "Of course. Come on in." The house smelled faintly of herbs and something metallic I couldn't place. She led me to the living room, which was dimly lit by a single lamp. On the coffee table was a bottle of wine and 2 glasses. We talked for a while, and she was just as charming as online. But something felt off. Her questions were strange. She asked things like, "Do you have family nearby? Does anyone know you're here? Do you have any medical conditions?" At first, I thought maybe she was just nervous and awkward. But then I noticed something else. Her eyes kept flicking toward the hallway, like she was waiting for someone. I tried to shake the feeling and took a sip of wine. It tasted a little bitter, but I forced a smile. That's when I started to feel dizzy. My head swam, and the room tilted. "Are you okay?" Lila asked sweetly, but her voice sounded far away, warped, like it was underwater. I tried to stand, but my legs gave out. I collapsed back onto the couch, struggling to stay conscious. My heart pounded against my ribs like it was trying to escape. Through blurred vision, I saw her watching me. She wasn't panicked. She wasn't worried. She was calm. Almost excited. "Don't fight it," she whispered. Darkness swallowed me. When I woke up, I wasn't on the couch anymore. I was lying on a cold metal table, my wrists and ankles strapped down with leather belts. My shirt had been cut open, and harsh fluorescent lights burned above me. For a moment, I thought I was dreaming. But then I turned my head and saw them. 2 men in surgical masks stood near a tray of gleaming instruments, scalpels, clamps, syringes. One of them was pulling on gloves. The other was setting up a cooler. And Lila stood in the corner, watching. When she saw my eyes open, she smiled. "You woke up early," she said softly, almost disappointed. "Don't worry. It won't hurt for long." My blood ran cold. I thrashed against the straps, but they held tight. Panic surged through me like fire. "Please," I croaked, my throat raw. "Please don't." She tilted her head, studying me like I was an animal. You're healthy. Young. No history of disease. Your kidneys alone will fetch thousands. You should be proud. You'll save lives. Tears blurred my vision. This couldn't be real. This couldn't be happening. One of the men picked up a scalpel. Desperation does strange things. I don't know where the strength came from, but I yanked my right arm as hard as I could. The leather strap tore slightly, just enough for me to twist my wrist free. My fingers scrambled for anything, and found the edge of the tray. I grabbed a scalpel. Before the masked man could react, I slashed wildly. The blade sliced across his arm, and he screamed. The other man lunged toward me, but I jammed the scalpel into his shoulder. Blood sprayed across the table. In the chaos, I ripped the rest of the straps free and stumbled to my feet. My legs were shaky, but adrenaline carried me. Lila blocked the doorway, her eyes wide but furious. "You'll never make it out," she hissed. I shoved past her with everything I had. She clawed at my arm, her nails raking deep, but I kept running. The hallway blurred as I stumbled through the house, crashing into walls, knocking over furniture. I burst through the front door into the cold night air. I didn't look back. I ran into the woods, branches whipping against my face, until I found the gravel road. Somehow, by some miracle, my car was still there. My hands shook so violently I almost dropped the keys, but I managed to start the engine. As I sped down the road, headlights cut through the trees. My vision kept fading in and out, but I pushed the gas pedal to the floor. I didn't stop until I reached a gas station 20 miles away. I must have looked insane, blood on my clothes, scratches all over my arms, eyes wide and wild. The clerk called the police. By the time they searched the house, it was empty. No Lila. No men. No surgical tools. Nothing. It was like they had never been there. The police didn't believe me, not really. They said maybe I was drugged at some party, maybe I hallucinated. But the scars on my wrists and the gouges on my arm are real. The nightmares are real. And sometimes, late at night, I still get messages from new profiles. Fake names, fake pictures. But always the same eyes staring back at me. Green. I don't know where she is now. I don't know if she's still out there, luring men like me. But I do know this: if you ever meet someone from the internet, and they want you to go somewhere isolated, don't. Because I got lucky. And luck doesn't last forever.